This is going to be about something called spooky action at a distance. Every so often, I like to think about, or try to think about, that is to say, educate myself in the study of something that I realize I know little or nothing about. That keeps me pretty busy. Not too long ago, I decided to see if I could get a better grip, so to speak, on gravity. At one level, probably total ignorance, it's easy to understand. Things fall down, they don't fall up, and this is always true, big deal. So much for gravity. But upon closer inspection, why matter behaves like this, any explanation of the force which causes things to fall down, the attraction of the earth to everything upon it, and vice versa, and then in space the forces between celestial bodies that accounts for the structure of the universe, what is the cause of that force, gravity, on that I have absolutely no idea. So I read a book on gravity, and I thought it was a good book, and I guess I understood the first 5 or so pages, dipping my toes in, and then I started to waver, and by the end I was still reading it, but I had no sense of what the author was saying. And when I was done with it, I could not say that I had a better understanding of gravity, or any understanding of it at all. Rather frustrating, that. When it comes to gravity, Isaac Newton is the man. He is Mr. Gravity. He started with the apple falling to the ground, and he moved out into the orbits of the planets, and he realized that between all matter there is this attractive force, this gravity, acting between all bodies, and he was able to put this into the form of an equation, expressing that relation, and also to quantify the force of gravity on Earth at 32 feet per second, that's how fast a body accelerates as it falls. But about the exact nature of this force, gravity, Newton whiffed. He had to admit that he knew nothing. He could dance around it and note its effects, but he could not explain it. Some people tried to pick him apart over this, or they made fun of him, calling that force a spooky action over a distance, implying that it was magic or a colossal bluff. But Newton's theories explained so many things about the physical world and how it operated that he could not be dismissed, even though there remained that mystery at the heart of all of his discovery. Newton spent many years working on alchemy, the transmutation of substances, and that seems an odd commitment for a man of rigorous science. But I think it was his work on gravity that prepared him for the mysterious, and that's why he could take alchemy so seriously. Even rigorous science is not without its mysteries. I just watched a show on PBS covering something else that I know nothing about, and that is quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Niels Bohr was the scientist behind the quantum movement. He thought the theory and the mathematics it produced were beautiful. Einstein never could accept quantum physics and all of its implications, especially its dependence on probability. He thought that violated space and time, and that was not possible. After he'd moved to Princeton, he and 2 others wrote a paper criticizing quantum theory, especially for one of its predictions. That is, one thing, say a photon, is realized somewhere, then simultaneously an exact partner is revealed somewhere else in the universe, even if it's billions of miles away. The two are somehow connected. Impossible, said Einstein. Ridiculous. Bohr replied without much explanation that it was possible, and he called it quantum entanglement. That meant that 2 things separated by any distance were instantly connected. And what really struck me was that the scientists in this show talking about quantum entanglement called it spooky action at a distance. So here we go again, another total, inexplicable mystery at the heart of science. And scientists have come to believe in it, more so than ever, so much so that they think it is the force and structure of everything. And they are building computers using quantum entanglement that will make all of our present high-tech stuff look like old jalopies, or so they say. Spooky action at a distance. Who knew?